Whew, nearly late. Well, I might be late actually, but I'm broadcasting. I'm here. Right. Channels are going. Let's see what's happening here. Quickly switch on to the GBS just to let people know that programs are about to follow very shortly. Yes. Whew, what a hectic week. Okay. And we go onto this, which is where we'll put the highlights if there's anything worth watching in this program. Which there might not be. Might be a rubbish program. Might not be worth watching. While we do that, we fire out tweets so that people know that we're live. That's it. Publish that. Beautiful. Get all the people in to watch. Oof. Oh, I just remembered things I should have done which I haven't done. Oh. Push the buttons. Right, okay, we're going to go live any second now. Oh, if I could just push these buttons, life would be so much easier. Get rid of that. There we go. Let's get back to our broadcasting screen. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Pshaw! Yeah, Roker Report. Hello everybody, it's me, Gloatysock, with another video on my official YouTube channel, except it's Gloatysock like, oh no, my clothes are falling off. This is it's not good, can you put it on? Oh, you're getting your hand, we don't know, let your hand come on. Live ones. Oh, God, it's these. Oh, you. Oh, hey, you. Oh, hey, you. Oh, now my clothes have come off again. Oh, please. Have mercy. Oh, this is an inauspicious start indeed. And this is all a bit rocky. Look, got the hole. Oh, look, got the lamp in the shot here. Can you move that across? Just be careful, that's it. Don't want the lamp in shot. Just move that forwards. Yeah, thank you. Hello everybody. Let's see how many we've got. Oh, my clothes are falling off again. This is no good. Oof. I feel like what's her face? The one from Cleo, Carry On Cleo. Okay. Oh, we're not even on the right screen here. This is not looking very professional off camera assistant. We need to be up and rolling and super duper. Right, what have we got? Let's see. 4 viewers. Hello, 4 viewers. Nice to see you. Please excuse my state of undress because my thing keeps falling off. But maybe it'll be quite nice, like a kind of caftan type thing. I like doing the caftan thing, didn't I? I did some Greek videos some time ago. Yes, learn Greek with Gloatysock, and I wore a caftan in that. Well, it was just a white blanket really with some tassels on it, but made me feel quite Greek. Well, I've had an incredibly hectic week, doing all kinds of stuff, and to be honest, I didn't get the pre-match review done. There wasn't one, so this is a bit of a pre-match and post-match review. Oh yes, I should say, welcome to Gloatysock Live in association with my good friends at Roker Report, who you can find at rokerreport.sbnation.com. Well, we're down to 3 viewers. Well, that's okay. 3 viewers is alright, isn't it? Yeah? Don't give up just because there's 3 people here. Maybe more will come. Speak and they will come. That's the logo for Roker Report, yeah. It's up there. Roker Report with Gloatysock. See, I need to make something better. I can't do live logos yet. There's lots of technical stuff I'm trying to set up. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Got our first comment, or is it the first comment? Let's have a look, check, in case there's any other comments coming in. Oh, here we go, right, I can see. So, we got Harry Potts, who says, hi, Gloaty. Hello, Harry. Nice to see you. Sorry we didn't do a show on the weekend. Circumstances were impossible to do that, but yeah, I think I'd said all along it'd be Monday, so that's one thing. And we've also got good old Michael Lader. Hello, Michael Lader, who says, alright, Floaty. Whoa, that's a funny name. No, it's Gloatysock, not Floatysock. Oh, okay, this is it. Sunderland AFC has come on and says it looks like Tufty is going. That's a little bit of a jibe at what's his name? McLaren. Yeah, does it sound like he's going? Well, some of you may well know that on my official Twitter account, I held a very in-depth poll. Yes, just to help out our friends at up the road. Very in-depth poll, which said, who would you rather be? To oh, it's Luke Stacey. Hello, Luke Stacey. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming again. That's great. Yeah, we held a poll to who would you want to be the next? Who would you want to be the manager of Newcastle United Football Club at the end of the season? And we do have the results in. They came in shortly before the programme started. It was a one-day poll. And I can give you the full results if I can find the poll details. Can you find the poll details for me, please? Right, push that button. No, that's not the poll details. We got the poll. It was yesterday you held the poll. Oof. I've just eaten my dinner very quickly and I feel quite queasy. Oof. I hope this isn't going to be the first time I'm sick on live YouTube. Right, let's see. Where's my poll gone? Can you show me my poll, please? Where's my poll gone? Find it. Oh, there it is. Right. Here is the final result. Okay. So, I asked people in general, who would they like to be the manager of Newcastle United Football Club come the end of the season? And the results came in as follows. 14% wished for John Carver. 19% wished for the existing manager, Steve McLaren. 26% wished for Alan Shearer. And the clear lead and winner of this poll was the one and only Kevin Keegan, who got 41%. So, my recommendation to you, Mike Ashley, would be, in the first instance, to go for Kevin Keegan if you can. But seeing as that didn't work out very well last time, you might need to go for your second option, which is Alan Shearer. And I think he's been very talkative recently, hasn't he? He said a lot of nasty things about Newcastle on the weekend, so it seems to know what's wrong. So I would recommend you bring him in, because I think he's going to do a good job. Yeah, bring him in. I would recommend it. Best man to bring in before the derby. Yep. So that was the conclusive poll. Oh, Roker Report have just retweeted us. Let's just have a check. Oh, it's some other tweet. Just checking if there's any messages coming on a tweet. Fantastic. Let's have a look and see how things are going on. See if we have any comments in our magical comment box. Michael Lader, it's very interesting, but no, I haven't said that. It's a bit rude, if you don't mind me saying. My eyes are made of a kind of foam, and they're quite seasonal actually. They've got them in Poundland at the minute, I think. We have 8 viewers. Thank you all 8 viewers for joining me this evening. If you've just joined us, you wouldn't have heard about the poll that we did, but you can find out about that on my Twitter. Short story is, Newcastle, the number one man that Newcastle should bring in is Kevin Keegan, as voted for by the people that voted in my poll. Cross-section of society, of all kinds of walks of life. Here, there and everywhere they were, you know. So, yes, please, Newcastle, please. Keegan is the man, but if you can't get Keegan, Alan Shearer is the popular vote for the second choice. Third choice is stick with McLaren. Yes. And the fourth choice, if McLaren decides he's going to jump ship, get in on John Carver. That's conclusive. There's no question about it. That is what the people have spoken. So please bring them in. I tell you what, we could bring in some Newcastle fans, couldn't we? We could tweet them in, see what they think. I should have asked that potato. I'm sure he'll turn up eventually. Yeah. Yeah. So everybody, how are you doing? How's your week going? Well, it's Monday today, isn't it? Yes, it's Monday. Whew, I've had a busy old week. I've been running around here and there. I only just had time to quickly chuck my Roker Report logo up. By the way, have you been reading the articles on Roker Report? Well, there's some really top quality journalism on there, covering a wide range of subjects. Why, yes. What's this? Harry Potter skip rate? James Parker says, I Gloaty, do you live in Nottingham? Yes, I do reside in the Nottingham region. And, James Parker, why do you ask? Actually, I was working on a video today. I'm not sure if it's going to work. We're thinking about making another ASMR video. Yeah. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work, but I was shooting some footage, actually, as I was coming into Nottingham. Yeah. It's a long story. I won't go into it here. Oh, the viewers are plummeting. We got 5 viewers. That's people that got fed up. They just said, I've had enough. Go in now. Bye. They probably found me quite monotonous. They thought, whew, this is going to be exciting. And then they came in and they looked and they went, oh, it's just Gloatysock. We know about him. It doesn't look like this is going to be a vintage episode. Time to go. So then it took off. Oh, we're back to 8. They've just... No, that's not what happened. They went and they got a couple of other mates in. And now we're up to 8. That's fantastic. Michael Leder asks, how did I become a massive lads fan? That's nice, because it can be confusing, because somebody said MLF the other day, and I thought, what, MLF are going to rock, yeah? And then I was all confused. But it means massive lads fans. I thought it was something like midlife failure. Well, it's a good question. I have been asked before, and the answer is, I just was, and always have been, and always will be. It's in every fibre of my fabric. Yeah? Sunderland support, that's it. There was no start, there was no end. There's only in between. And beyond that, it's just like a vacuum of other teams that I have no interest in. Although, there's 2 other teams I'm quite fond of. You know, that I'm... Because they're friendly. I like friendly teams. Barnet's a friendly team, actually. Barnet's a very friendly team. Oh, James Parker says, am I from Nottingham originally? He lives there at uni, that's all. Oh, do you? Are you at the University of Nottingham, or the other one? City University? Was there another? Is the University of Trent another university? How many universities do they have around here? Is it Trent, City University, and Nottingham University? Is it just Trent and City? It's very confusing. But no, I'm not from here originally. I was born in India. Born and raised on the playgrounds where I spent most of my days. No, that's just Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But no, I was originally born in India, and then exported to Leicester. Actually, is where I ended up for a while. That's where I learned to speak. And yes, I've been around here and there and everywhere. And I'm sort of settled down in Nottingham now. Yes. Oh, University of Nottingham. Trent is the... Well, I say a rubbish one. Anyway. Michael Edith says that I was quite profound there. And yeah, maybe I was. I can't remember what I was saying. Some people say profound. Yeah. I've noticed it. Very profound. Very profound. That's probably an old English way of talking or something. Yeah. Anyway, hey. James Parker. Is University of Nottingham the one in the city? I don't know. You might see me out and about there, 'cause I do sometimes go for a walk to the shops or to the many restaurants. I've done many restaurant reviews, actually. James Parker says, Gloaty's Michael Chopra confirmed. Ooh, don't know what he means by that. Michael Chopra's another, but I'm not keen on him. Hey, listen now, Sunderland fans. Whoa. Right, let me tell you something. I'm going to have to confess something to you. I didn't see the match on the weekend. I've only seen the highlights on Match of the Day because I was very, very busy. Very, very busy. Yes, very busy indeed. I had to run here, run there. I never stopped. And then I was underneath things and around them as well. It was one of them weekends. So, unfortunately, I didn't get to see the match except on Match of the Day. And to be honest, I think I'm a little bit happy I didn't, because I would have been in a terrible old mood because of that last-minute goal, which was abysmal. What's this? James Parker says he's got a campus down in the Woolerton area. Oh, that one, not the city one. It's the one down in the Woolerton area. Woolerton's a very nice place. They've got a big old Waitrose down there. Yes. Yes. And a big old house thing with deer walking around. Luke Stacey says can't be Chopra would have sold him for a roulette round by now. Ooh, that's a little bit cutting. Ooh. Michael Chopra is he's supposed to be quite a villain, isn't he? Well, that's what I've heard, but I don't know. Roulette spins, he meant. Roulette spins, yeah. Maybe, I don't know. Well, I couldn't say. He got a loan from his club, didn't he? Was it Notts County? They gave him a load of money and then he took a picture of it and he gambled it or something like that. I don't know. I don't want to make any allegations, but he likes a bet. Nothing wrong with that, unless you bet money you haven't got all the time, which I think he does. But anyway, that's just a rumour. Well, no, I think he's confirmed it. Anyway, that's him for you. It's Lewis Morley. Hi, Lewis. Hope you're well. He's referring to James Parker. Yes, he's referring to Chopper having an Indian dad. That's true. Yes, he does have an Indian dad. Yes, that's correct. Yes, Harry says hi, Lewis. Lewis says hi, Harry. Well, that's fantastic. Harry and Lewis have said hello to each other. And it's Pollyanna Begg. Hello, Pollyanna. Hope you're well. Hope you're doing fine. Keeping up with the gymnastics you're into, isn't it? Hope you're keeping up with the gymnastics. Yeah? Very good, very good. What's this? You know Joe, he's in the big Mardy with me. Ooh. Is this meant for me? Conversation to read out? Is this a private chat? Santiago Santa Maria is here. Hello, Santiago Santa Maria. It's just starting to talk about the match and how frustrating it is. Another 2 points we've chucked down the toilet. Can you imagine? I mean, we should have come away with 8 points. 8 points? Does that make sense? No, 7 points at least from that series of 3 games. Very frustrating. Why do we always have to make it so fine? Why is it always so tight? Why is it always so stressful? Huh? It's all right for Santiago Santa Maria because he is an international plasterer. Yes. When in Spain, he is on the old Venetian plaster and he's relaxing. Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off, and he's all calm and happy and peaceful in his heart. And then he jumps in a plane where it goes to where the money is. Sunderland. I'm over to Sunderland and I'm plastering. Oh, and I'm plastering, a plaster. That's what he does in the that kind of brownish stuff we use around here. He can relax and get away from it. He watches Betis over there. If one of his teams is rubbish, maybe the other one's good. But no, we have to put up with one team, Sunderland, and giving away goals in the last minute. Oh, Polly just lets us know that she is okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Polly. Fantastic. So nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. Harry says, right, so the reason that Joe's in a Mardy with him is because he told a lot of people he has. Well, we won't go into the gossip. Oof. She said no. Oh dear, that's very sad. Oh, well, it gets over it. It's heartbreak. It's young heartbreak, Harry. He'll get over it. Anime Girl 3's back. Oh, I haven't seen you for a little while. Hello, Anime Girl 3. Hello. She says hello, Gloaty. Yes, you draw roses, don't you? You did a video of drawing a rose. I've seen that. That was a good video, that. Yeah. I should have a try of that. I need to. When the t-shirts are ready, I'm going to do some drawing on them. It's going to be good. Pollyanna Begg says hi to Santiago. That's marvellous. And Santiago asks if she's well. And James Parker says, everybody is plastered in Sunderland, to be fair. Well, that's a little word that means, he's saying that Sunderland people get drunk, because plastered means drunk in some places. Oh, picked up a bit of an injury in the week, actually. Bashed myself. Oh, very swollen and sore. Terrible. So Pollyanna Berg is well. Oh, Santiago Santa Maria's in Stevenage. I probably passed through Stevenage today. I'm not sure. I may have done. Been travelling today. Oh, I've been here. I've been there. I've been everywhere. I've been, around the corner and round the corner from that and above it and below it. I've been everywhere. Oh, I've not stopped. Trans-dimensional. I'm like Gideon, trans-dimensional being. You might have seen in my Halloween video. It's in a few of the other. I think it's in my Christmas video as well. Harry asks if I knocked myself, and no, I did. Oh, I was trying to do some work. All right, okay, hang on. I've got instructions here. Pollyanna Begg. She says, my mum said, could you give her a shout? She is Sharon Begg. Alright, Sharon Begg. Hello, how are you? Are you keeping well? Yeah? Is Pollyanna doing all her homework? I hope so. Yeah, it's difficult age. Difficult age. You need to do your homework, Pollyanna. Not that I've got any reason to think she hasn't done her homework, but some of the younger people on here, a little bit forgetful about doing their homework, aren't they, Harry Potts? So, just to remind. But I'm sure Polly does, because she's like she seems like quite an active, go-getter, and she's on her way to a career of great success in whatever she chooses. Maybe being a doctor. Do you want to be a doctor, Pollyanna? What do you want to be? What do you want to be when you well, I won't say when you grow up, because they say, oh, they're young people these days, don't they? They don't say, oh, when you grow up, what do you want to do? They say, what do you want to do? Well, it comes so quick as well. Oh, I mean, 1 minute, it's funny actually, I've been talking to some of my friends that I went to school with, yes. I did go to school, yes. And it's incredible the amount of time that's passed since we were all together. And it goes so quickly. So quickly. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. James Parker says, hope it was in private, that Gloaty. Sorry, I can't remember what it was that might refer to, but please let me know, James. Oh, good. Gloaty, Anime Girl 3 says, Gloaty, you're awesome. Oh, isn't that nice? Thank you, Anime Girl 3. That's very kind of you. And you're glad that I like your videos. Well, I do like your video. Yes, I do. Yes, they're very good. Thank you so much for your pleasant feedback. It's very, very encouraging. You're over, aren't you over in America or somewhere? I think you might be. Over there, it's a big old place, America. Big old place. As an old pal of mine, by the name of Daniel Johnston, once said, things are so big in Texas, yeah? I think I made a big mistake, Chord organ blues, yeah, do you know that one? That's a good song by Daniel Johnston. Look him up. He's a bit of a troubled fellow, but does some good music, yeah. Lewis Morley is continuing to gossip. Oh, apparently Joe thinks he's always better than everyone else. Always one of those. Pollyanna Begg says, don't know. Oh no, I'm confused. Don't know what that refers to. James Packer asks, do socks get student finance? That's a very good question. I don't know. I've never applied for student finance. Is that what they call a student loan now? No. It's terrible with the tuition fees and everything. Oh, it's awful. Are you originally from Sunderland, James Parker? I get the feeling you may well be a Sunderland supporter. But spread the words to your Nottingham friends, yeah? I don't know if you ever go to any of my favourite eating establishments, like Annie's Burger Shack, yeah? Or, do you ever go to Sobar? I don't know, you're a student, so you might not. But Sobar's one of my favourites. And Oscar and Rosie's, yes. They know me in Oscar and Rosie's, yes. Tell them Gloatysock sent you. Won't get you anything, but say, Gloatysock sent me. You know him. He said he was talking about Oscar and Rosie's and Annie's and Sobar on his official Gloatysock live channel. Yes. Harry Potter says he cats about us, eh? Oh. And expects that we won't retaliate. This is all playground stuff. Hey, Harry Potter's Lewis Morley, please keep it for your Facebook conversations. Whoa. This is funny, isn't it, kids? Oh, kids. Oh no, young people. These young adults, yes. Chats, not cats. Oh. See, I thought cats was some kind of verb. Right, oh, James Parker says, aye, he's from Sunderland. Oh, I'll try and do it in a Sunderland voice. Aye, I'm from Sunderland. No, I can't really do the accent. Yeah, no, I can't do the accent. He says, he's from Sunderland. He thinks he's been to Annie's. It's the one in the Lace. Yes, it is in the Lace Market. And some other good ones in the Lace. There's Kyle's a good one in the Lace Market as well. Does South Carolina food. And the South Lace Market fish bar is quite nice as well. Yeah, I've reviewed Annie's. I've got Annie's reviewed. And I don't think I've done Kyle. But I reviewed Annie's some time ago, actually. Yeah, they know me. And I mentioned them in my song, Christmas Time in Nottingham, which is on my official YouTube channel. Which is a song, actually, it's really just mainly about restaurants alike in Nottingham. But it's framed like a Christmas song, yeah? It's a bit like a Phil Spector or Brian Wilson production, really. But yes, it is that one. It's the Burger Shack. They've got all different kinds of burgers in there. Yeah, some good places. Sing it, says Harry. You know how it goes. Harry, the video's out there. The video is freely available to watch, you know. Christmas time in Nottingham, and everything is fine. Starts like that, yeah. But maybe it's a bit seasonal, I don't know. To be honest, one of the restaurants in there's already gone, the much lamented Aurora. Oh, what was that noise? Big old thump went around. Anyway, Lewis Morley says hi, he's back. Hello, Lewis Morley. Oh, we've dropped down to 7 viewers. Ooh. Probably people dashing off to listen to my song. He says he loves Gloaty. Woo. Wonderful. Hey, I tell you who I haven't seen around here. Where's little Rosie? Rosie Little. Are you out there, Rosie? Maybe she can't watch tonight. Don't know. Well, she can watch the catch-up, can't she? No worries. No problem. Oh, I've gone on half an hour. Anyway, what did people think of the match on the weekend? Did anybody get over there? Oh, hang on. Where's Craig S? I haven't got Craig S either. Hang on. I better give him a shout. I'll give Craig S a shout because he'll be disappointed to miss. Because he is a big supporter. Oh, I just pushed. Get him onto it. Just do that. He might be busy. He might work on these days. Craig S. Just see. He's very dedicated. A Gloaty fan. Live. Oh, it's just put live in there, and it's put now. That's right. He might not want to watch. He might have other things to watch. Do they do wrestling on Mondays? Maybe he's watching wrestling. I don't know. Oh, let's see if we've got any more comments. Uh, okay, and that's a comment to just get deleted. First of all, we blockity block. There we go. Oh, that's good. Automatically deletes messages that you've blocked users of. And oh dear, poor old Lewis, you've just got yourself blocked. Sorry, Sonny. Why do people do it? Yeah, it's alright. I've blocked them. I've blocked them, James. No worries. Yeah, it's not on. It's not on. Don't worry. I don't tolerate any funny business. I'm quite a firm person. You know what? I might not be from Sunderland, but I'm quite firm. Yeah, don't call a spade, and don't take no, brown stuff. No, no, no. Tough, me. Well, not tough, but resilient, durable. Yeah, durable. So James Parker, what did you think of the match? Did you get to see any of it? No, it wasn't friendly banter, Harry. Sorry, wasn't friendly banter. No, that was wrong. We don't accept that on this channel, so we got rid of it. There were some viewers. There was some rude stuff that appeared in the comments, and I just got rid of it. Well, James Parker thinks that O'Shea is a mug. Ooh, it's a bit strong, but I can see why you said that. Yes, yeah, had one job to be honest. Yeah. But he doesn't only come on as a sub, does he? Maybe he just wasn't up to speed. And I tell you what, the other thing, I don't think it's wise playing a 35-year-old man on the weekend. Play him on a Tuesday. Well, I think we should have left him out on a Tuesday, to be honest, because he was, he was prone to get an injury, wasn't he? Because he'd only played on the weekend, and he's no spring tulip anymore, is he? So so I think we shouldn't have played him on Tuesday, then played him again on the weekend. Yeah, Luke Stacey says O'Shea's well past it. Oh, look, I tell you what I think. I thought last season he was a major weakness. I mean, a major, 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 major weakness. And this season I thought he looked terrible as well. Whenever we had a really bad result, it was normally down to PVA. And O'Shea just looking too slow. And the thing is, I think because we've got like Kone and Kabul and everything, well, particularly Kone just seems to just make up for it. O'Shea doesn't need to be covering as much ground. He doesn't have to do the work of two players, and he can just do what he does well, and he can still do that. It's a bit like Franco Baresi, really, because he had the likes of what was his name, Didier something, or no, not Didier. The bloke that used to play in the centre for AC Milan with Baresi. Costa Curta? No, not Costa Curta. What's his name? Oh, he was a good defender. Anyway, yeah, he used to do most of the leg work, and then Baresi would sort of Baresi managed to play it well past his best, but he still had, he was still good, but he just didn't have to cover as much ground because the other guys that in central defence, Maldini, would just sort of just did the work, and he just made these great interceptions. And till he was about 36, he was still playing quite a decent standard, and then he really went off the cliff. But I think that similar things happen with O'Shea. He's got Kone there, and he's just covering so much ground. He's so strong that O'Shea can just sit there and just do the really good time challenges. Yeah, it's almost a bit like Adams and Southgate for England, I suppose, when Adams was just slowing up a tiny bit. Anyway, but James Parker doesn't agree. Anyway, he says he thinks he's generally his favourite in our defence. Always seems to keep the defence tight when he's in the team. Yeah, he organises it well, and that's where his real impact is. But I tell you what, Kabul and Kone, they weren't looking too bad when they played together on last Tuesday. I think that could be the first choice next season. We do need to progress. I mean, Kabul is no spring chicken as it goes. But anyway. He says, yeah, better with than without these days, but he was woeful as a sub. Yes, I agree. Yeah, James Parker. I was thinking it was Costa Curta. Yeah, it must have been Costa Curta. I think you're right. Alessandro Costa Curta. Oh, Craig has joined us. No worries, Craig. That's all right. I just thought you might want to watch. I didn't know if you want to play your Football Manager 16. Just saying he was watching playing Football Manager 16. If play Football Manager 16, I don't want to stop you. I just thought you might have forgotten, and so I just quickly called you in. Yes. Um, yeah, James Parker says Costa Curta and Baresi were unreal. Yeah, they were awesome. They were really, they were fantastic. Although, yeah, I mean, I think when like World Cup '94, I think they got shown up a little bit more though, because I tell you what I think happened. I think the refs were letting things go by. I do. I think the refs were they were like saying, "Oh, it's Baresi," because he wasn't quite on the ball and he wasn't quite making the challenges. He was getting away with a bit more, I think. So, but anyway, it was a good. He was a great player, and I think O'Shea's sort of in that stage now, personally. Okay, so Craig S was just sorting his Spurs team out on Football Manager, but now he's joining us. Yeah, so yeah, very frustrating. But again, Defoe proves that he's defying the years. He's a really fit player, that Defoe. He really is. He really is. Harry, you better watch yourself, mate. I don't want to have to ban you. So I don't know what you're talking about, but I've got no tolerance or anything. So I'm very intolerant. So please, yeah, we're talking football at the minute. So yeah, but yeah, Defoe was looking really fit and agile and all the rest of it. I think they did the right thing not starting him from the beginning because he needed a bit of a rest. You have to be careful. When you're in your 30s, you start getting pulling muscles more often, and it's not as easy to do what you did, 4 or 5 or 6 years ago. Oh, well, James Parker asks, what do I think of Matthews leaving on loan? Well, did we even really get to see him? Did he play one game? Come on as sub at one game? Did he start any games? I mean, I'd forgotten about him. I don't really think much about it. I don't really think much about it at all. What can I say? I think I thought he had a lot of potential and he's just not played. So I don't know. I mean, he came from Celtic, didn't he? I don't know. Where's he gone on loan to? Where's he gone on loan to, James? Tell me. Oh, right. Okay, so it was. Okay, we bought him for 2 million, and he might be leaving. He reckons he's going this summer. Where did we loan him to? Have we only just done that loan? I'm gonna have to Google it. Shall we Google it? Oh, Bristol City. Bristol City. Oof. How much? Why has he gone to Bristol City of all places? I mean, wasn't he about? How wasn't he about 23, 24? I would have thought he would. And if he's been playing at Celtic, you would hope it'd be the finished article, wouldn't you? He did come from Celtic, didn't he? Oof. You would hope he was the finished article. Yeah, quite a drop down, says James Parker. You can say that again. Oh, we do get sold a few pups, don't we? Okay, next topic here. What about our friends up the road? I tell you what. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do a tweet out to the Newcastle fans. We're going to bring them in for this discussion. Yes. I need an assistant really to do my tweets other than off camera assistant because his hands are so full. What's this? No notes. Oh, I've just seen your slightly blue. I've just seen your slightly blue tweet to me, Craig. Yeah, rude. Don't approve. But it's alright. Right, here we go. Okay. I'm going to do a tweet, so bear with me. I'm just typing it out. Well, I've counter assistants typing it out. Okay, let's see. We. Let's bring on some of our friends from Newcastle. We are discussing. Yeah, discussing. This is great. We are discussing. Do hashtag. Yeah. NUFC. Yes. Manage your situation. Manage your situation. On. Because they all want to put their opinion in, don't they? And we want the Sunderland fans to have their opinion as well. I won't leave the Roker report thing in because that might scare them off. It's live now. That's right. Okay, we're discussing NUFC's manager situation on Gloatysock live. Yeah, just put right now. That's it. Sorry, it's a bit tedious, this, isn't it? Oof. Join us at Bring him in. Right now, yeah. Come on. That's right. That's it. Yeah. Join us. Please do. Okay, we're discussing NUFC's manager situation on Gloatysock Live right now. Join us at right. That'll bring him in. Oh, it's no notification. Oh, somebody called James. Oh, is that you following me, James? Could well be. Right, here we go. What's going on? Hang on, what's going on here? This was the... What's that thing? Right, Lewis Morley asked what's the thing behind me. Well, that's the logo for Gloatysock Live with the Roker Report. And that's a speaker just there. It's a bit of my settee there. Okay. I'm going to decorate this background properly at some point. Get the old TV screens in. Fake TV screens showing barcodes and miscellaneous reports. So, no, maybe something better than that. Yeah, maybe something better than that. Okay, so oh yeah, it's a bit of a fallout in the chat section. Okay. Right, yes, so what we're going to talk about now is Newcastle. Yes, Newcastle United. And, well, this is going to be a first for any conversation about Newcastle because by prior arrangement, by special agreement, by preordained convening, yeah, does that make sense? We have the one, the only, every time he's been invited, it is the one true potato. Come on, one true potato. True potato. True potato. True potato. Oi, true potato. There you are. Come on, true potato. Oh, hello, Glory. How are you doing? Yes, I'm fine, thank you, true potato. You're supposed to be coming on. How come you always come leaping in when you're not supposed to come leaping in? And then the moment I call you in, invite you, you don't turn up. Oh, Glory, why are you always so picky about these things? Anyway, what is it you want me for? Well, Potato, we're having a little bit of a debate about the situation with the manager at Newcastle. What do you think? Well, Glory, this is what I will say to you. It's a disgrace. An utter disgrace. Really? Well, who do you think they should bring in? Because apparently they're talking to David Moyes, yeah. And apparently, what's his name? Steve McLaren, he has been really fighting for his job. What do you think about that? Glory, that's Steve McLaren. It's a disgrace. He's brought shame to this club. This wonderful, fantastic, great club. Really? Ooh. Well, I'm not surprised you say that. Well, maybe we should ask the people out there. Listen, viewers, what do you think? Now, Craig S is already telling us he believes that one team from the North East will go down. Well, there's only two teams from the North East in it, Mr. Potato, isn't there? Yep, you're right there, Glory. There's only two teams. Yeah. So, which one do you think's going to go down? Well, it's gonna be us, Glory. It's gonna be Newcastle are doomed. We're finished. We've had it. Right. What about us? What if we? Do you think? Oh, yous don't deserve to stay up. Yous bitter Mackhams should be going down. You hopeless. But at least you play with a bit of heart, a bit of soul. Ooh. Yeah, I tell you what, you can tell it's bad for the potato, 'cause he never says a nice thing about us whatsoever. Oh, Craig S says maybe we could both go down. Oh, well, if anyone has to go down, I hope it's both of us. Who's this? Paul Sanderson. Is that one of your mates, is it? Yeah, Paul Sanderson's one of my... Hey, don't get less of the Mackham stuff, yeah. Yeah, hi Paul, nice to see you. We're having a debate here, official debate, with the potato who I've actually invited on today to see what we think about Newcastle manager. And, well, the one true potato has said that he thinks it's a disgrace. You know the way he says it. It's a disgrace. Oh, no, that's not how he speaks. Yeah. Lewis Morley says Ben Phillips' newest prank is horrible. I've not seen it. I've not been watching him because he annoys me. Lewis. Who's this? Who's this Ben Phillips like? Where? Oh, he's that prank person. Have you seen him? He's terrible. My second most viewed video was one having a go at him, actually. That's unlike me to be so negative, yeah. So, Potato, you think it's a disgrace. But what about Moyes? What do you think? Can he do it? Glory. He was hardly a great success, was he? At Man United? Or when he went off to Spain? No. What would we want him for? A team like ours deserves a great, magnificent manager of the calibre of Guardiola. Yeah, Guardiola. Well, you had Guardiola before, didn't you? Glory, no, Glory, no, Glory, no. What's this? What's Paul Sanson saying? No, well, I'll read it for you. He says, I think he's been fantastic for Sunderland by keeping Newcastle down there. Oh, that's bitter. That's bitter Mackham talk there, Paul Sanderson. That is pathetic. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's terrible, Harry. Now that is... Yeah, but it's made up. It's not real. It's not real. You should never do that. That's terrible what they're talking about. Oh. Yeah. Oh, did you see that? Right, Craig S has said one of your favourite people, Alan Shearer, is saying that he thinks Sunderland are showing more fight than the rivals Newcastle United. But he's right. It pains me to see it. It pains me to admit it, that yo's lot, with your track record and your horrible, you should be deducted points. But, it's right, he's right, you are playing, we're gutless, Sackless sacks. That's what we are. Sackless sacks. Useless. Right, yeah. I think, well, I have to agree. I don't think you do. At least not as bad as Villa. Villa are abysmal. They all look overweight at Villa. I hope you don't mind me saying Villa, but you all look overweight at Villa. That Gabion Boglehar, whatever his name is, he's huge. Oh, he looks like he looks a bit like what Jamie Thigpen looks like now. It's very strange, very portly. Yeah, I'm just gonna go and have a little rest here, Crowley. Feeling a little bit dizzy all of a sudden. Yeah, all right. Well, that's not too bad. It's nice having the chilled potato in, a little bit more even-handed. Potatoes, a question for you here. Would you like to come and answer it? So, what are you asking us? What are you talking about, Paul Sanderson? I'm really overcome with sadness about this whole situation. It's really driving me bonkers. Glory, man, it's not on. We've got the derby in a couple of weeks as well, haven't we? Oof, it's going to be a bit of a... I don't want to talk about that. What's he asking me? Potato, are you a fan of the Joe Jardy or Calvin NUFC? Oh, man. Joe Jardy. Oh, he copies me, he does. He's a rip-off merchant, he is. Oh, that's rich coming from you, Potato. Don't you see some similar traits with you and him? You both get quite angry. Oh, man, there's nothing original about him, like. He's been copying war for ages. Right, that's me for now. Him will have a sit down. Yeah, okay, well. That Calvin, is he getting on alright, that Calvin in UFC? Is he getting drawing in big numbers? Because, I used to message him and he blocked me in the end, yeah. He called me a stalker at one point. I was just trying to have a friendly chat with him. And then he blocked me. That's sad, isn't it? Well, we just, I just wanted to talk about football and stuff. Seemed to be a bit bitter about it for some reason. Don't get that. Don't get that at all. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Please forgive me. I'm going to try pushing that add button. Because I was testing with that before. I'm going to try pushing the add button. Because we're going to have a look and see what happens. Oh, it's so difficult to do. Okay. Why don't I put the add button somewhere a bit more sensible? Right, push that add button. Right, some of you might have just seen an ad. Some of you might not have seen any ad. Oh, look, that says play. Why does that say that? It's episode 15. Change it to 15. At least new people will see it says 15. Have we had did any Newcastle supporters come in while we were discussing the Newcastle management situation? Oh, apparently Calvin blocks everyone. Oh, that's bitter, isn't it? You mean he blocks all of the Sunderland supporters? Harry Potts had no advert. Okay. No problem. I'm quite sleepy. Calvin is wrench. What does that mean? Wrench. That's not a word I'm familiar with. Calvin is wrench. Bear with me up. I'm going to switch. I'm just switching on a blower heater because it's freezing over here. I think that's it on. Oh. Poor old off-camera assistant. His hands are going blue. Oh, look at them, both of them. Terrible. Only thing is, you might get a little bit of noise with the blur on. Oh, no ad from Myra. Hello, Myra. Nice to see you. Well, that's great. Adverts aren't working. Marvellous. Craig S got blocked as well. Calvin isn't all. Do you know Calvin, Craig? Is he an acquaintance of yours? Oh, right. Scott Bain got the advert. Right, brilliant. Thanks for letting me know, Scott. Well, that's interesting. I honestly don't know how they work, these adverts. It's YouTube. James Parker says that if people have got ad block, it won't show. Yes. Actually, yeah, it won't show an ad block. That's true. But I know that some of the people there just don't actually have ad block on. No, Hazen Nugget on Twitter, says Vegas. Yeah, that's the only reason I know him. Actually, he followed me around the time that me and the Potato did the video after the last, what do you call it? After last derby match, that's right. Hey, if you were a Newcastle supporter that's joining us, please let us know what you think about the manager situation, because we'd love to talk to you about it. Would you like Shearer in? Or Keegan, as my vote seemed to indicate? Yeah, most people wanted Keegan in. Can you believe it? That was the number one. It was for Kevin Keegan. What's the opinions of people on here? Who do they want to see there? Oh, you have to click on your channel after put the ad on to see it. Okay, that's interesting. I'm going to have to do some more tests for this. Oof. Paul Sanderson says that Ola, we'll just say, played well tonight. I can't tweet. I think I'm blocked. I don't think I can get him in, Craig. I can't get him in. Was that a friendly, Paul? Toverton played well, Ola. John Carver, says James Parker. He'll be a great manager. I'd love to see him back. To be honest, though, I think he was... Didn't he... Would it be fair to say he did better than McLaren? I've got a feeling his record's superior to McLaren's. If anybody can get Calvin NUFC on Twitter, tell him we're talking about him. He won't be able to resist. Oh, yeah, it was under 21 game, and Ola played, scored 2 and got an assist. Scott Bain says, get Alan Shearer and send down again. He was the second highest, got 26% of the vote, Scott Bain. Yeah. Hi, Scott Bain. I can't remember if I've said hello since you've come in. But hi anyway. Yeah, see if... Can anybody tweet Calvin NUFC? If so, tweet to him. Bring him in. Because I think I'm blocked. I don't know if I can tweet him. I don't know. I can try. Let's have a look. Tweeting isn't very fun, that's the only thing. It's not very entertaining, is it? Oh no, I've pushed the wrong button. Hey, have you seen about that Maria, what do you call it? Sharapova? She's failed a drugs test. They've gone and listed something that she was taking, and she hadn't stopped taking it, and now apparently she took it for 10 years. I hate drugs cheats in sports, so she's got a very interesting frame though, hasn't she? Right, let's see. At Calvin. No, I don't think I think I'm completely blocked. Oh, hang on. Calvin Sack McLaren. Yeah, I've got Calvin NUFC. Right, here we go. Okay, let's see. Calvin NUFC. Oh, if I put a dot in front of it. There we go. So it seems like he's quite popular. We are talking about you on Gloatysock Live. Yes. Let's delete that. Delete. Yeah, Gloatysock Live. Now, join us at I'm just putting... Stick an NUFC in there, please. That's right. Where's the hashtag key? They keep moving the hashtag key. Oh yeah. NUFC. That's right. Put that. Maybe this will bring him in. Yeah. See if that gets him. We'll see if that gets him. I've got no notification. Oh yeah, Paul. Yeah, brilliant. Paul's been in there trying to get him in. Right, Calvin NUFC, are you out there? Let us know if you're there. Let's see. Right, I got some new comments. Right, okay. There's a very, very interesting point been made here um, by Craig S. And he says that he swears the Leicester team. Well, let me put it this way. He's put in a roundabout way that he thinks that the Leicester team may well be on drugs. And I think that's or using performance enhancing drugs in some way. Now, funny enough, this crossed my mind in the last week because they are playing so far beyond what they were playing, and they just seem to be fitness. Well, the only time I've ever seen this before is in Spanish teams, where they just seem to be unendingly fit, able to run all over the pitch all the time. I think it's very suspicious, but I don't know. It's a bit strange, isn't it? Very strange. I've always been very suspicious of. I'll be honest. I've been suspicious, and this is not an allegation, but I've always been suspicious of Torres because Torres was a magnificent player while he played in Spain, and then he had about a season while he was all right at Liverpool, and when he went to Chelsea, he was rubbish, and he just seemed to lose his physique a bit and everything, and it's very strange. Yes, but I think it's a very interesting point made there. Um, Luke Stacey says it sounds like our friends up the road have turned and called back. Yeah, yeah, they didn't like. For some reason, he's no longer the Ginger Perlo by the sounds of it. He's not quite the player they thought they'd got, is he? Huh? But to be honest, he could probably do a decent job at left back for us, I guess. Maybe. I don't know if we'd say no if he was offered back to us. Okay, there's Scott Payne saying a lot of fans calling callback ha ha. Oof, I'm not quite sure what Scott's saying there, but it sounds like they're turning on in a big way. Yes, oh, am I missing a comment here? So, are you out there, Calvin NUFC? Oh, Moira wants to know where fake Moira is. It's not all about you and your fake Moira, Moira. Oh, somebody's come on calling themselves Tufty McLaren, and they've said Moyes is trying to take his job. Is that you, Calvin NUFC? Who is it? Who is it? Yeah. Tufty McLaren. That's what they call him, Tufty, because he's got like a funny tuft of hair at the front, hasn't he? You think he'd do something about that? 12 viewers, not doing too bad. They always make me laugh. Oh, they've done it now, fake, real Moira. That one looks like a fake Moira because they can't spell always. It's not very hard to spot a fake Moira, is it? Oh, Tufty McLaren isn't, Calvin. You a Newcastle supporter, Tufty McLaren? Who are you? Let us know. Let us know from where you come and what you mean. Whether you mean well or ill. Yeah? Let us know. Fill us in on your outlook on life. Yes, it looks like, yeah, Moira's saying someone taking my name in vain again. This is getting confusing now because now I'm struggling to work out which one's the real one and which one isn't. Oh dear, yes, it looks like we've got two. Two Moiras, fake Moira and real Moira. Well, let's do that thing where they go zip, 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 and then, you have to choose which one's the real one, which one you have to shoot. Craig S says all Newcastle fans have got. Oof. Oh no, they're alright. There's some that have. I mean, to be honest, I was looking at one of their forums the other day, and that there wasn't so much as you get like on the Sunderland forum, um, but there was some quite reasonable talk actually, quite balanced and everything. It was I was pleasantly surprised. Alright, this is getting very confusing. Very, very confusing. Very confusing. We must have Newcastle supporters here. We need Newcastle supporters with their opinions on Steve McLaren. Okay, Tufty McLaren is a Geordie. Are you a Geordie Newcastle supporter? Or are you one of those Geordie Sunderland supporters? Because we would like to know your opinion, if possible, on what you think about the situation at Newcastle at the minute with the manager. Please let us know. It's much better with that heater on. Yes, well, this is working very well. Let's have a quick look over on Twitter and see what's happening in the world. Don't think Calvin and UFC bothered to come. That's a shame because we really wanted his opinion. I think he's a little bit short-tempered though, isn't he, I think? Tiny little bit. Oh, Gateshead plus Newcastle. Okay. Okay, Mr. Tufty McLaren. So, would you welcome Moyes coming in? Yeah, would he be your first choice? Because I'm not entirely convinced. To be honest, I'm not convinced that Moyes is the good first choice because I'm not sure he's the man you want to get you out of the stum, so to speak. I mean, he might organise things and everything, but I don't think he's the kind of impact manager you need. I think you need. To be honest, I think Pearson would be a better choice, to be completely honest, because he can get players going, but he'll annoy a lot of people. You'll have a falling out. You'll probably lose 4 or 5 players, and will just get the complete hump. And you just need to get the rest to perform. There's just shouting coming from next door. Oof, shouting and running around and bashing up against the wall. Stop it! Stop banging and running around and bashing the wall, you noisy blighters. It's annoying, isn't it? Stop all that banging. Neighbours can be quite annoying, can't they, really, when they're banging around and everything. Oh, hello. Hello, Gloaty. How are you doing? I'm fine, thanks, T-Box. How are you? I'm okay. Oh, what's that? Rodriguez. Oh. Have you seen that? Something football-y on there. Yeah, okay. Alright, I'll have a look. See what it says. Thank you, T-Box. That was a short appearance. Okay. Tufty wants Rodgers. Tufty McLaren says he wants Rodgers. Yeah, he used to manage Watford, Rodgers. But again, is he the kind of manager that can get you out of the stum? That's the thing. You're at the wrong end of the season. Rodgers, maybe at the beginning of the season, I can understand. But I'm not convinced he's not another McLaren, really, because we've got this. In fact, I think Moyes is the same. Managers that have built a reputation from a very limited way of doing things, and it works at one club, and then they just go from club to club not being successful. I mean, I know McLaren was successful in Holland, but I'm not sure. I just don't think Rodgers is the real deal, to be honest. Don't think he's up to it. I think you need someone. Now, according to Craig S., who says, according to the Telegraph, Harry Redknapp has been making himself available. He's keen to hold talks with Newcastle about a short-term deal with the club, while Brendan Rodgers is also interested. I think Harry Redknapp would be the man to bring in, but I mean, did he? QPR went down under Redknapp, didn't he? I don't know, again, is he really the man to do it? Paul Sanderson says they won't get better than Allardyce, and to be honest, I think the first choice for me would be Allardyce. I think the chance, if Allardyce was available, I think the chance of him going would be pretty slim, because I'm not too sure he was happy with his time there and the way he went. Lewis Morley's asking what radio stations I listen to. Probably the most is Talk Sport. Occasionally other stations, very occasionally. BBC Radio Nottingham, which isn't very good. It's not very local at all. Lewis is calling for T-Box. I think he just went straight back to sleep. Jack Taylor says hello. Hello, Jack Taylor. Hope you're well. Hope you're doing okay. Tufty McLaren says Redknapp wouldn't want him. He is overrated and is past his prime as a manager. Yeah, I'm not. I think that's. Do you know what? Oof, I could say something controversial here. Oof. Henry Redknapp does it a lot of his friends favours in the game, and I know of one in particular that would be extremely controversial at the minute. Extremely. And I mean very controversial. He did someone a favour when he was at the club, and had a long association with this person, and I tell you what, oof, there could be a lot of hot water about that. It's all in the public domain. People can see that this person was given a certain position in the club, but this particular person, I don't think people would be happy if they knew about him. But I'll say no more for now. But who else could you get? I mean, who is there like a proper scrapping manager? I think Pearson, really. Pearson's the only one I can think of that might give you a chance. Because if you lose McLaren, if you give up on McLaren, then you're best. Because I think what's happened is, with Newcastle, you win. The wins that you've had on McLaren, each time it's been like the worst possible win, because it's meant that it's just kept him going for a bit longer. You know, we could have done with him, you know, like you could have done with him losing a couple of more matches in a row, and then you would have got somebody else in ages ago. But he just did enough every time. Just did enough. Paul Sanderson says he thinks that Pearson wouldn't work at Newcastle. How do you mean? Do you think just his style wouldn't work? I think it'd be tricky with all them players. I think he'd probably lose quite a bit of the dressing room and then have to get them back. And I don't know if they got time to do that. And get them going, you know. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Steve McLaren. I think to be honest, I think their best choice is to stick with McLaren, because I think he could scrape him out of it. It's just I just don't know what the alternative is. I mean, unless they can get Alex Ferguson in, I just don't see how they do it. Yeah, Tufty McLaren. It's great to have a Newcastle supporter here, isn't it? It's really good. You're the first one we've ever had. I don't know if you know, we're slightly Sunderland's based over here. This is actually, I should say, this is with Roker Report, .sbnation.com. This is Gloatysock Live, yes, in association with. But it's really good to have a Newcastle fan in here to discuss it with, and it to be nice and polite. Because we do have a Newcastle fan who comes on, who gets a little bit wound up, but I invited him on tonight and he's hardly been on. Paul Sanderson doesn't think that that McLaren can get them out of this now. Let me see. Where did you go, Potato? Where have you gone? Well, get that Potato back in off camera assistant. Oi, Potato! Oh, here comes. Glory, I told you, I've given you my opinion. I don't want to talk to you. I've had enough. No, Potato, I really want to know. Right, we've got one of your fellow Newcastle supporters here. Yeah? Tufty McLaren, this is the one true Potato. I don't know if you know of him. He is one of your fellow dedicated supporters. Okay. Oh, did you see this potato? Ooh. Um, Tufty McLaren says, to be fair, Newcastle are not a top club. Not a top club. Tufty McLaren, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Newcastle are one of the biggest clubs in the country, in the world. I'm not going to talk to this clown. Gloaty. What's he talking about? We're a huge club and we just have a manager of great, great stature. Hey, that's it. I'm gone. Bye. Subscribe to the channel. Oh, look. Is that Calvin NUFC? Ha ha, we're down. Is that the genuine Calvin NUFC? Well, there's somebody on there calling themselves Calvin NUFC. Could it be the genuine one? We'll have to find out. Let's see. We've already seen the potatoes' opinion. We've seen Tufty McLaren's opinion. Craig S says that McLaren will never manage a top club again after this. Don't sack the Wally with the brolly. I just don't think you understand. That's what Scott Payne says. Is that really you, Calvin NUFC? Tell me, give us some indication if it's really you, or is it an imposter? Or is it somebody else? An imposter. Could be. Could be indeed. Oh, you're the 100% one. I guess that means it's the actual one. Calvin, why did you block me? If it is you, why did you block me from your Twitter? We could have had wonderful, wonderful debates, yeah? You could have come on this channel, had wonderful debates with me. Tufty McLaren says he worries that when they go down, they won't get... Hey, you're not down yet, you know. I mean, the next match is absolutely massive. You know, the next couple of matches for you, and certainly the next game that we have with you lot. That's a big game. Big, big game. Oh, Craig S says that he's going to Newcastle away. He's got his tickets. That's fantastic. I wish I was going, but I can't get up there and I'd be scared to go, to be honest. Because, well, you see what they do to horses. Poof. I'd be terrified what they do to me. Calvin thinks Mackems are obsessed with Newcastle. Well, this is the first time we've really spoken about them, isn't it? So that's why we're bringing them up, Calvin. So please, Calvin, let us know what you think. Yeah, tell me what you think about if it is you, let me know what you think about the manager situation. Oh, okay. Calvin says he's not the only one who thinks about that, by the way. Well, others might think that, but I have to say, I mean, yeah, I think you're right. Sometimes we're obsessed with each other, to be fair. I mean, what have we had to fight for the last few seasons? Finishing above one another, trying to push one of the other ones into the relegation zone. I mean, if it wasn't for the generosity of Newcastle, we'd be relegated for the last 3 seasons in a row, wouldn't we? But luckily they give us 6 points each season, which is very nice of them. Well, 6, yeah. Well, hopefully 6 for the 3rd season in a row. So Tufty McLaren says that we won't get anything, or that means Newcastle won't get a thing out of the derby with McLaren. I don't know. You might surprise. We're giving away a lot of goals at the minute. This could be where the streak ends. Cal says that both sets of... Hi, Cal. Nice to see you, Cal. Hope you're doing well. Cal says that both sets of fans are obsessed with each other. Yeah, I think so. It's true. But it's all part of the game, isn't it? I don't like it when it gets nasty. I like it to still be friendly, because it's only football at the end of the day. It's no need for trouble. That Joe Jardy gets quite... It's horrible, the things he says about us. So Calvin NUFC says, ha 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 ha, the manager situation is just the worst. Seems like the board has accepted relegation. Well, could be, could be. I mean, but you don't look like Aston Villa do. And really, do you think they'd accept relegation? I mean, they're so, they're only on 24 points. They can get out of this. You've got game in hand. You know worse than it was for us in 2013, 2014. Craig says no, gloaty streak will not end. Yeah, he's saying it. Yeah, I don't know, Craig. It could stop at anything. We don't want to go in too proud and thinking. Yeah, Paul Sanderson is saying that he thinks our defence is appalling, and it's very likely that we're conceding the derby. And I think there's every possibility that we will concede in the derby. So we need to score a lot of goals at the other end, maybe 3 or more, I would say. We haven't got Johnson to knock in any, so it's going to come down to Defoe and all the rest of them to come up with some quality goals. But Defoe's got some good ones, hasn't he, recently? Ooh. Pat Craig says, True Geordie got super diabetes. Oof, that's terrible. That is. I don't know if that's true. Calvin NUFC says, the streak will end someday. No streak will be forever. With that being said, it didn't take 30 years or something to use to win at home. Ooh. Apparently Scott Bain says that his nana saw McLaren today outside of Tesco's. He asked if she could manage with all the bags, and she said, I can do a better job than you. I think that got lost in translation somewhere, but I see your intent. Oh, it's a potato again. Alright, potato. Oh, Calvin NUFC. Oh, what an utter disgrace the club is. Oh, Calvin NUFC. Oh, Tufty McLaren. Oh, it's hopeless. It's hopeless. What are we gonna do, man? It's hopeless. It's hopeless. That's it. He just seems to be walking around like a totally defeated man at the minute. I don't know why, because you've still got loads of chance. It's all at your feet, It's going to be tight. It could well be one over the other of us two. Yeah, because the other lot are starting to streak away now, aren't they? Oh dear. I'm going to skip that comment, Stacey, Luke Stacey, because I know what you're saying, but no. I'm not going to repeat that. Tufty McLaren says, Sunderland have a fantastic academy, and that's why I have no doubt Sunderland will come straight back up. But our academy isn't good with car running it. Oh. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we don't put many of our players through from the academy. I mean, there's only Watmore and Henderson, and we sold Henderson for well below what we should have sold him for, I suppose. But I don't know. Maybe. I mean, under 21s doesn't mean anything. I mean, Ola did alright tonight, apparently. Is one of our. Who was it who told us? I can't remember. Was it Paul? I can't remember. Yeah, apparently Ola did alright tonight, but does it matter? Those games is such a low standard. Right, okay. Well, Craig S has been playing Football Manager 2016. And he's playing as Spurs, and he just said he beat Palace away first game, and Kane scored all 4. Well, that's because computer games are not very realistic often. I say that though because they're doing all kinds of things about making things more realistic. Oh, well, Calvin NUFC says they may as well have got rid of their academy ages ago. Now, am I wrong in saying, didn't Peter Beardsley used to have something to do with your academy? Wasn't he like a manager of the academy or something, and there was some kind of hoo-ha and then he left? Because he was a magnificent player. It's a shame he hasn't really progressed into being a good coach, because he was a magnificent player. Yeah, Paul Sanson says Watmore and Pickford this year. Oh, I didn't think of Pickford. Yeah, Pickford's good, but this is the thing. I just think you have to put your players out to loan to proper teams, because Watmore needs time in a lower division playing with a real team. Calvin NUFC says he never hardly sees someone come through. He's our manager still. Oh, is he manager of the academy? Peter Beardsley, still the manager. Oof, what a player. Can I just take a moment to say, Peter Beardsley is probably one of my most favourite players of all time. Him, I like Letizia. I actually like Gascoigne as well, but Peter Beardsley, what a player he was. And I tell you why he was such a good player. Because I think he played his best stuff at Newcastle, actually. And when he was at Newcastle, he was playing great football, but he made the whole team play well. And this is why it's frustrating that he hasn't gone on to become a great coach, because Peter Beardsley was like, on the pitch, he pulled great performances out of people. I mean, he was really fantastic. He was really fantastic. Some of the goals, I remember he scored a goal against Aston Villa for Newcastle. And it was magnificent. He went do-do-do-do. Ray Houghton approached him, I think, and he went do-do-do-do. Did one of his little shimmy things. Whoa. He goes like that. Whoa. I tell you what, if you're a young man or woman that's interested in football under the age of, I don't know, I suppose anyone under the age of probably about 30 doesn't remember Peter Beardsley. But if you watch some footage of Peter Beardsley, particularly at Newcastle, what a player he was. He was a magnificent player. He was better than Scholes, and Scholes was a decent player, but Peter Beardsley, what a player he was. Woof, woof, woof. Paul Sanderson reminds us that Lyndon Gooch has gone out on loan for experience, which is good. Yeah, I'm glad about that. But we do need to bring some more through. I mean, we could have done with bringing through a left back. I still would have played whoever's at left back for the under 21s. I would have just put him in the squad instead of PVA. Oh, here you yawn. Oh, excuse me, got a bit of a yawn there. Did I say Jermaine Pickford? Is that his name, Jermaine Pickford? Have I made that up? Can we put that blow heat back on, please? It's freezing in here. Oh, it's so cold. It's terribly cold. Oh, let's get that back on. Oh, lovely and warm. What time is it? Oh, just time check. If you're watching this live, for me, it's just coming up till 10:30. Yeah. Apparently there's a chap called Robson playing at left back for the under 21s, and he scored an own goal tonight. Craig S says if we didn't take Jan Kirchhoff on Saturday, we would have won. Well, I think the thing with the Kirchhoff situation is he's not quite fit yet. He seems to be playing a bit more. But I was explaining that I didn't actually see the match. I only saw the highlights, so I don't really know what happened. But I think hopefully Kirchhoff will be able to last a match soon, and we'll avoid things like that. Calvin NUFC says they'll have a clear out next season, play our kids next season, and rebuild from the bottom again. I think that's what you need to do, Calvin. I'll be perfectly honest. I think you've got a lot of players. You've become a club. We're starting to move away from this now. I think somehow it's worked out with a combination of managers that we're starting to move towards being a team that actually signs decent players that want to be here. You're basically, I think, Newcastle have got the same problem as Aston Villa, but not as bad, because Aston Villa's players don't look like they even want to get out of bed, let alone go on the football pitch. They just lump around like a big bunch of laddie lumps, and don't really play. We've conceded a goal or two, right? That's it then, we've had a chance. Good night, nurse. Aston Villa going down after 28 years. Whoa, that would be terrible. Well, they've been a sick team for a long time, Aston Villa. Since, even since they're in Europe. I remember watching them play. In fact, thinking about it, there's two teams I've watched play in Europe, and I thought, this team has just got no guts. They're on the slide. One of them's Aston Villa, and this is taken 20 odd years. One of them's Aston Villa, and the other one was Blackburn, believe it or not. And I think it was Champions League or something like that. The old European Cup, and they had to beat a team called Trelleborgs to go through, and they lost. They're from Norway or somewhere. They were awful, Trelleborg, and they lost. And that Blackburn team was on free fall from that point. You know, it's a few seasons later they're relegated. And Aston Villa have never quite really been right since I saw them play in Europe, and they lost a terrible game in UEFA Cup. And yeah, I think it's a similar thing. But yeah, I think Newcastle do need a clear out and just start from scratch and build a team that isn't encumbered by all of these, expensive contracts and everything. Craig S says we are playing well. This is Sunderland, but we need to stop letting silly goals in like the last two games. We keep losing. PVA keeps doing it, although I don't think he was to blame on the weekend. It was the other weak spot, or Shea came back to haunt us. Carl says the way that the Villa fans have gone in the recent seasons, good riddance to them. Let's hope we don't drop with them. Yeah, I really hope we don't. But I think if Aston Villa go down, yeah, I think they're going to sink like a stone, to be honest. Because the kind of clear. I mean, first of all, who's going to sign their players? Who's going to sign somebody like Abonglaha? It just looks like a lump. He's such a promising player. Who's going to sign him? And all the other ones that they've got for huge wages. I mean, I don't know if they might not even have relegation clauses because of how they've been the last few seasons. They might not even have that. So the players might be happy to sit there and collect their money, and nobody's going to want to buy them. We'll probably buy a few of them, I expect. Yeah, it's terrible. And they've got a lot of players that look really over the hill, and they're young to be over the hill as well. Yeah. Paul Sanderson says, with the way that with Allardyce, we're building a real team, whereas Newcastle's just a load of individual players thrown into a team. I think the same could be said about Man City, though. I think Man City are exactly the same. But they win matches because the players are so good, but they're all individuals, and they're like, pass the ball to him, right, do whatever you do with it. Now you'll pass the ball over there, you do whatever you do with it. Every goal they seem to score is an individual goal. Oh, who's going to score this one? Well, pass it to him, he's brilliant. And he can score one by himself. But they can get away with it because the players are good. But you can't, well, you can win a league like that, I suppose, and cups and stuff, but it's not a team, Calvin NUFC says, our players on our day, if they are motivated, then they can be deadly. And when they can't be, that's a rude word, they can't be bothered, we'll say, then we could be the worst team ever. Well, I hope you're not too motivated for the derby. Craig S says, who's the biggest frauds in football? Do you mean individual players or teams? Who's the biggest? Yeah. Calvin in UFC says, the only one I would take is Richards. Yeah, I think so, but he's not pulling up trees over there either, is he? But we could have done with him. We probably could have done with signing him this season, but I'm not sure if his attitude's right. And to be honest, what's the best way to put this? Look, there's players that right. So look at Johnson. There's things that people are saying about Johnson and everything, and I thought he was a great player for us, magnificent player. It seems like he's been doing quite a bit of partying though. Seems like quite a bit of partying, and would you really want to take on Micah Richards, who might come from the same sort of culture? So I'm not sure about Micah Richards. He was a very promising player. Oh, Johnson makes me sad because he should have gone to the World Cup in 2010, and he was such a great player. It's going to be a real shame to not have him. I know there's lots of opinions and everything, but as a player, we will miss him. But I know it's a really horrible situation, so I won't go into it in depth. Luke Stacey says that he thinks there's still times for Mboglaha to reinvent himself elsewhere. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too sure. I think he looks so overweight and out of shape. It reminds me. Oh, I tell you what, the biggest fraud I ever saw was Mickey Quinn. I watched him play a game for Watford. God, he was awful. He'd been at Newcastle and then he'd been at Luton, whatever, and he came back to Watford and I don't know if you ever watched those matches. It had a couple on TV. Oh, Mickey Quinn was so overweight. It was unbelievable. And then he said some really horrible things about Watford afterwards. And they're a nice team. They're a genuine nice family-orientated club. They are. So yeah, I don't like Mickey Quinn. So yeah, Craig says anyone and teams. Yeah. So yeah, for me, Mickey Quinn. Uh, Pollyanna Beck says hi. Hi, Pollyanna Beck. Nice to see you still here. Hope you're doing well. We've been talking about a lot of football stuff. I don't know. You are interested in football, aren't you, Pollyanna? I do remember. Yeah, I think you are. You're a Sunderland supporter, aren't you? Like all the best supporters. Although we do have one of our friends from up the road on here, no, Calvin in UFC, who's kindly joined us to give us the opinion of Newcastle fans, and along with Tufty McLaren, to let us know what they think about the situation. And it's really great to be joined by them. Yeah, we can all be friends together, little hands across the water moment. Yes, that's right, Pollyanna is a Sunderland supporter, that's right. Yes, I haven't forgotten. Yes, that's fantastic. I'm very glad to have you here, Pollyanna. Yeah, I don't know about Bangladesh. I don't think he's going to reinvent himself. I think he looks well over the hill. It looks just like he's so fat, and I don't be rude in that fact. I mean, like he's overweight. You can't carry that around. Okay, Pollyanna says she's going to see us next time. She needs to go to sleep. That's good. We've got to be fresh for school and gymnastics and all that. So take care, Pollyanna. Thanks for joining us. Nice to see you again. Catch up with you next time. Hopefully we have some more points on the table. Carl says that Mickey Quinn is stealing a living as a pundit, mind for Talksport and other media, complete moron rent-a-cop. Well, I will read that verbatim. He did say complete moron rent-a-cop. I really do not. I don't think he's a journalist of any sort. I don't know how he's managed to. Probably because he covers Liverpool and he covers Newcastle, and they see both those clubs as two really big clubs that must be covered. And I mean, to be fair, they have Mickey Gray on there as well on Talksport, but Mickey Quinn is terrible. I mean, he really bores me whenever he speaks. And he's not very good at dealing with horses as well. I mean, I don't know why they have him on there talking about horse racing. Did he get done for not feeding his horses or something? Yeah, it's a shame, really. See you later, Pollyanna. She's just saying goodbye. Goodbye. See you next time, Pollyanna. Take care. Yeah, he really bores me. He's rubbish with what's his name? The other bloke, ginger bloke from Talksport. Adrian Durham. Adrian Durham. I should have remembered that with a name like that. Well, I did, so there you go. Right, I'm just going to have a quick check and see that nobody's trying to hail me on Twitter. Having a great debate tonight. This is really good. Thank you, everybody. This is really working out well. I think we're probably going to do another 10-20 minutes, and we'll see where we are then. But yeah, we've gone through a lot of topics. This has been really good. Just to let you know, because I know we've got a couple of new people out there. Well, we did request Calvin NUFC. That we do this after. Well, we're going to do it a few days after each match, actually, I think now, because the words are on it day after match. But this is Gloatysock Live, you see. Yes. In association with Roker Report, which you can find at rokerreport.sbnation.com. And yeah, we just you can follow me at Gloatysock. Calvin NUFC, you were following me at one point, but you did block me. I think I wound you up a bit. Sorry about that. And yeah, you can subscribe if you wish. You know. Yes, it's always good. Look, you know. Always happy to see Newcastle people. Be great to have some of you come on after the derby. So feel free to tell your friends about us. And we do have the potato who comes every now and again. The one true potato. Yes, gives his opinions. He's been quite subdued today. Actually, normally shouts a lot. Craig S says Paul Merson is a fraud. He's not a very good pundit, I slightly paraphrase, and earning big money with Sky. He needs to earn big money because most of it he gambled away, so I gather, and he spent on terrible things, yeah. Well, not terrible things, but things I don't really want to go into detail about. But and yeah, he got divorced and all the rest of it. It's incredible the amount of money that players can spend. I mean, they talk about. Oh, sorry, I'm going to turn this blow heater off now. I know I keep switching it on and off. The thermostat doesn't work. It's really annoying. Yeah. He had a rough old time, and he spent loads of money, and then he got himself into all kinds of scrapes, and yeah, he's got a bit of a funny thing with his teeth, doesn't he? Seems I don't know if he's got false front teeth or what, but yeah, it can be a little bit jarring to watch him sometimes. Yeah. Well, what if True Geordie gets on there? They're talking about him getting onto Sky. I keep hearing people say, "Oh, True Geordie." I keep asking people in the media, with my connections, and they keep saying, "Yeah, it's happening. It's happening." I keep saying, "Well, how's he going to keep his potty mouth shut?" And people keep saying, "No, he's coming," but it's not happened yet. So I don't know. After he did that video about all the ladies at Sky, whew. Paul Sanderson says he thinks that Margaret Byrne, I think she's that one, she that chairwoman or something for Newcastle, is the biggest fraud in football. Ooh, strong words. Don't know though. Don't know about that. I don't really have any opinion on it, to be honest. Cal says footballers are generally thick as castle walls in the main. It's hard to listen to most of the pundits out there. Merson and Co. on Soccer Saturday aren't going to be attending Mensa meetings anytime soon. Yeah, but I mean, Matt Letizia isn't stupid. He's on there, isn't he? But yeah, I know what you mean. Some of the pundits, some of the players that go into punditry, they're not really that. They don't have much of a personality for it, I don't think. I mean, we haven't really got many Emlyn Hughes, have we? I mean, Mark Laurison's got a bit of a personality, but he's not really very. I don't know. He's just a bit, yeah. But Emlyn Hughes was not bad when he, as that kind of personality. Cal says that Stelling is canny though, and Tiss is the best of a bad bunch. He says, yeah, I know what you mean. What about Kamara? Kamara, when he sees the goals, he's not too bad, is he? On that shot. Yeah, that's right. Margaret Byrne is the Sunderland chief. That's what they call her, the chief. I didn't know because there's so many different terms. Craig guess is just saying Margaret Byrne is Sunderland's chief, but there's so many different CEO, president, managing director. So chief, is it? Margaret Byrne, Sunderland chief. Excellent. The icon. Oh, I was yawning again. I'm sorry about that. Become quite overcome. And I never even shut my eyes. Oof. Oh. Okay, Cal says Cammy is so bad he's great and plays on that. Whereas Merson thinks he's an expert. Yeah. At least Merson isn't getting himself into trouble that we hear about anywhere these days. Oh, Craig says, yeah, CEO is Margaret Byrne. CEO. That's like an American term. Chief Executive Officer, I think it stands for. Oh, that's good. I just picked that off the top of my head. Very, very good. Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I don't really watch those things much, but Stelling is not bad. But we don't really have a we don't have like a Des Lynam sort anymore, do we? I mean, I don't do that format of program. You don't have Grandstand anymore, which I think is ridiculous, really. You think the BBC could just have a sports channel, wouldn't you? Why do BBC Three and BBC Four and all the rest of it, and then have why do they need 4 channels? I know they've got rid of BBC Three now and pretending it's online, but really it's finished. But why didn't they just have a BBC Sports channel, and then they could just put sport on a Saturday? They could put sports. For a while, this is something I noticed BBC were doing. They were buying up the rights to things, and then they weren't showing them. And they had stuff like the tennis, and then you go into the extras button, and it would suddenly turn up on there, and they didn't even announce it. They just played. It's very strange. Okay, Cal says, I don't get why they S, then it just stops. I think he must have hit return by accident. Hopefully he's going to come back and complete it. Unless he's just saying, I don't know why they... Oh, here we go. I don't see why they need so many ex-footballers as the experts when so many top journalists are more knowledgeable. Yeah, I think that's fairly true. It's the way it's gone now. They want they want the big names, don't they? And the sports people are the big names. I mean, it sort of works a bit in athletics, doesn't it? Although now we've gone, we did still have like the sort of David Colemans and people like that who were not sports people, were dedicated commentators. And now it's pretty much in athletics, and well, it's pretty much all of them are professionals. Jonathan Edwards is quite good. Roger Black is quite good, and of course, Brendan Foster and those sort of people are good. Yeah, it's yeah. Paul Sanderson says he prefers to listen to Benno and Nick Barnes and BBC Newcastle and watch Sky Sports. Yeah, I don't have Sky Sports anyway, so can't watch it anyway. But you do, yeah, they come from Sky Sports News, isn't it? That's right. They have the scores thing, so I've probably seen that. Count says correct. It works in athletics, cricket. So yeah, it does work in cricket. In fact, pretty much all of them have played, haven't they, at some level or another. As the people are generally intelligent, offering insight beyond cliches. Even though, I mean, it has gone a bit downhill. I mean, I think what's this Michael Vaughan? I don't think he's a classic, really. I don't think he's that great. Gower's not too bad. And he's got a good voice, Gower. I don't know how much commentating he's doing these days. I watch so little cricket. But yes, that's very interesting. Well, we're going to have a lot of highlights to put on today's programme. I don't think I've even put the last programme up yet. But yeah, we'll always get lots of highlights. It'd be good. Craig S says that Big Sam thinks Sunderland players are feeling the pressure of the derby. I hope it's not too much. I hope it's good pressure, the kind that results in a 3-1 victory or something like that. Okay, it's interesting. Paul Sanderson says he doesn't know where to get a season ticket next season. In the North West stand currently, but wants to move. Well, be thankful you're not at Newcastle, as Calvin NUFC and Tufty McLaren will tell you. If you want to get a season ticket for there, have a choice where to sit. You sit where you're given a seat if you've got a ticket, and you stay there. Because otherwise you have to stand outside for days with literally thousands of people. They're like ants everywhere trying to crawl up and get into the stadium, but they can't because they've got no season ticket. Oof. It's terrible over there. It's terrible. Awful situation to be in. Yes. But, that yawn's coming again. Oh, excuse me. I'll have to call this day soon because I'm getting so yawny and sleepy. Oh. Shake my head a bit. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Why do you want to move? That's a good question. Why do you want to move? What's wrong with where you are? North West Stand. Why do you want to move? Tell us. Inform us. Let us know. Clue us in. Let's have a look and see what's happening in the Twitter sphere. Nothing. But Paul Sanderson did do a great tweet that brought in our friend Calvin in UFC. Right, well, Paul Sanderson says, Carl says about this seat situation for Paul Sanderson, says, depends where, if you want atmosphere, sit in the south stand. Paul Sanderson says he's been in the North West stand for 3 years and he just wants to change. That's the reason he wants to move. Greg S says he sits in the east stand in the northeast corner. Paul Sanderson says the South Stand is appealing. Well, I'm very glad, very, very glad that this is all getting sorted out on the official YouTube channel Gloatysock Live. Now, I'm guessing all of you people have got me subscribed anyway, but if you happen to be watching this on the catch-up or anything like that, please don't forget to subscribe so you can catch the next show live. And I'm on Twitter, at Gloatysock. Yes. Oh, there's a big thumping noise coming from upstairs. Oh, what happens at this time of the evening? Oh, yeah, it's spelled at Gloatysock. Gloatysock. And I've also got a Facebook page that you can like. And don't forget our good friends at Roker Report. Yes, that's rokerreport.sbnation.com. Yes. .com, yeah. That's you can see some great articles. Oh, they've got loads of articles about Derby coming up and losing the silly points at the weekend and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Craig S has been for 10 seasons in the same seat, and Carl says he sat at the back of the South Stand last season. It certainly made it a bit more interesting in dull games. But Cal's at work a lot of weekends now, so he's had to pack it in. Oh, that's terrible. He's been getting to the odd games using his mate's ticket in the southeast section or something. I don't know. Abbreviations are very difficult for me because I've got a very small brain. Very small brain. Oh, I think another yawn. Look, another yawn is coming on. Oof. Oh, southeast corner. Thank you, Craig S. Sorry. Sorry, Craig. Sorry. Yes, I should have been obvious to me, but it wasn't. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm yawning so much, not that you're boring me, it's just I'm quite sleepy, as I said. I've had a hectic hard week. I think we're going to call this one almost complete. So if you've got any questions you want to get in, please fire them in the next 30 seconds or so, because I'm going to wind up the show. Do my close down routine. Now, I should really have decided when the next Gloatysock Live is going to come. Might do a Gloatysock Live in the week. Maybe Thursday or Wednesday, I'm not sure. But, well, let's make it firm, shall we? Let's say Thursday. We're going to aim for Thursday at 9 o'clock. Yeah? Thursday, 9 o'clock we'll aim for. But if it changes, I'll let you know. Thursday, 9 o'clock. So, yeah, Craig S is asking next time around. It should be Thursday at 9 o'clock, Craig S. Thank you. Yeah, Thursday at 9 o'clock. If I decide to do it sooner, I'll let you all know. But Thursday at 9 o'clock at the minute is what I'm saying. If it's not, I'll probably put things on here saying, no, it's going to be Wednesday, whatever. But to be honest, my jaw is really aching. So Thursday will be good. And then, I don't know, we might do Sunday after that, after the match. Day after the match. Because the thing is, if I do it after the actual match, very few people see it because they're still coming up for the match. And so I think like a Monday might be a good day. Not sure. Or a Sunday. Oh, the yard's going again. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. It's very rude of me. Anyway, thank you so much everybody for joining us. It's very, very much appreciated. It's been a really fantastic show tonight. Really brilliant. Lots of football debate. We talked about some other stuff first of all, and it moved on to this, that and other. It's been really, really great, and you're all very knowledgeable and very kind and, polite and everything. So thank you everybody. It was great to see Calvin NUFC and Tufty McLaren tonight. Fantastic contribution from them. Got to see the point of view from our friends up the road. And it was all very amicable and friendly, which was great. So thank you, Paul Sanderson, Craig S, Cal. We had Pollyanna Begg. We had Craig NUFC. We had Tufty McLaren. We had Luke Stacey. We had Scott Bain. We had Harry Potts was here, of course. We had Lewis Marley, who was a bit of a nuisance. We had potential fake Moira, maybe real Moira, not sure. Uh, yeah, Lewis Marley, checking all the names. Craig S. James Parker, of course. How could we forget James Parker? Luke Stacey, already said him. Yeah, so there were some other people as well. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. It's been really great today, and it really cheers me up when we do a great program like this. And I really do, honestly, want to let you know, I really do appreciate you viewing because, well, I don't know, a lot of people might think this is rubbish, but I like it. I like to do this stuff, so it really heartens me when people take part and participate. Hopefully soon, I'm going to be working more on it this week. We're going to have a bit more interaction in the program, and yeah, those t-shirts people keep asking me about, hopefully I'll have that sorted out this week as well. So, until next time, check out Roker Reports, rokerreports.sbnation.com, with whom this program is associated. Also, my Twitter, at Gloatysock. You know where to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You know where to find me on Facebook. Just look for Gloatysock. So, Craig is saying good night. Paul Sanson is saying bye, and which is very nice. So bye, Paul Sanson, and good night, Craig S. And I'll catch you all next time, everyone. So until next time, Obiento. And please, remember to switch off your devices and don't use up all that electricity. Good night.